Hello, South Africans. Don't declare war against Rwanda. Oh. Don't. Don't even try it. Hear me? Oh. Hold your ear. Don't try it. Oh. Rwanda will trash you. They will trash you.
South Africa president, whatever they call him, Abina Ramaphosa, is hiding his face. You get it? Because that man has gone and touched what he's not supposed to touch. All because he wants to copy Nigeria.
So why is Paul Kagame so confident and courageous beating the drums of war? So this guy actually has a military background. Let me give it to you.
If you're a freaking African nation and you allow yourself to be used as a puppet by the Western nations to be the gateway for black minerals like Rwanda's doing, we need regime change in that freaking place.
If it is all about being a puppet, then I think we are going to need a regime change in South Africa first.
What if Rwanda and South Africa went to war? Sounds crazy, right? But let's break it down. South Africa has one of the strongest militaries in Africa, advanced air force, naval power, and armored vehicles, over 70,000 active personnel. Rwanda? Smaller, but don't underestimate them. Their army is highly disciplined, battle-tested, and known for guerrilla warfare tactics. But here's the thing. They're 3,000 kilometers apart. No shared border, so no quick invasion. This wouldn't be a land war, it's about air dominance, naval control, and logistics. Wildcards? Alliances. Would neighboring countries get involved? What about the African Union stepping in to stop the conflict? In reality, this war would cost lives, economies, and stability. But the biggest loser? The people. What's your take? Who do you think would have the upper hand? Drop your thoughts in the comments.
Hello, South Africans. Don't declare war against Rwanda. Oh. Don't even try it. Hear me? Oh. Hold your ear. Don't try it. Oh. Rwanda will trash you. They will trash you. Eh? They will trash you. Eh? In this class, I will tell you the reason why you should not try it. If they say, hey, Mr. Melamba, Mr. Epanga, you have to go to Rwanda and fight, just say, Satan, the number you are calling is not available. The number you are calling is not available. Don't go. But Kagame is very, very angry. He's even angry. What is your purpose in DR Congo? He said your mission there was not for peace. You were fighting alongside with DRC soldiers. So don't go. The man is prepared. In this class, I will tell you the reason why you should not near that border again. Because this is not xenophobic protest too. And nobody is going to supply you KFC in war fraud. Okay? Why South Africa shouldn't go to Rwanda to fight? Number one reason is combat experience and military readiness. Okay? Rwanda, they get plenty experience when it comes to latest warfare in that terrain. Okay? Because they have been involved in different battles in that country. South Africa, you don't have that experience, so don't go there. Okay? You lack recent high-intensity combat experience. Don't near there, okay? The next reason why South Africa should not go there, geographical and logistical advantages. Rwanda, they are very close. Oh. They close to DRC. You know the distance between South Africa and Rwanda, more than 3,000 kilometers. Mobilization, carrying ammunition, supply chain, it's not going to be easy. So don't even near that side at all. Okay? Logistical challenges due to long distances for South Africa. Another reason, terrain familiarity. For Rwanda, experience in challenging terrain suited for guerrilla warfare. Okay? For South Africa, they only have experience in conventional warfare. May struggle in asymmetrical conditions. So don't near there. Don't even try it, okay? They will trash you. This is a warning. Don't near there. Air defense system. You know, say South Africa, now don't offend Israel too much. Now don't offend Israel during this recent conflict in the Middle East. Now someone they talk, wow. Israel is waiting for you there. According to yesterday's report, they said the foreign affairs minister of Rwanda, they are already communicating with Israel, okay? They are ready, they are ready to trash you. Israel, they are waiting for opportunity to kill you. So don't go there. Rwanda, they have advanced surface-to-air missile system supplied by China and Israel. So don't think it's a small country. We just bombard them. We know that you have advanced air force, but what about their maintenance and budget issue? Even Julius Malema said you are not ready. Don't go there, okay? Another reason, political stability and unified leadership. Kagame don dey there since everything dey stable, and he has been fortified the country. Even the army, latest ammunition don near there, okay? You know say ANC, that one no dey popular again. I dey tell you now, international support and alliances. Rwanda and USA na like this. Israel like this. For South Africa, they ran and joined BRICS. Remember BRICS, their mission is to bring down US dollar. You are one of the proponents of this. US will be waiting for you in Rwanda. Don't near there, okay? Okay, US strategic support for Rwanda. US may support Rwanda as a counterbalance to South Africa's BRICS alignment. You get it now? Potential for diplomatic backing, military aid, and intelligence sharing. Okay? Economic constraints on South Africa. Remember, for South Africa, you have a lot of funding issue. No money. You are broke. Okay? For Rwanda, they have stable economy. Their focus has been on fortify the military in case there is any war. Okay? Military morale and cohesion. For Rwanda, not like this. So for these ones, a KFC, this is not xenophobic protest. I'm warning you now, okay?
It is hot on the side of South Africa as I'm talking to you now. South Africa president, whatever they call him, Abina Ramaphosa, is hiding his face. You get it? Because that man has gone and touched what he's not supposed to touch. All because he wants to copy Nigeria. Or because he wants to do what Nigeria has been doing. Now, trying to copy Nigeria has landed South Africa in big trouble. South Africa, as I'm talking to you now, has literally become a laughing stock on the continent. People, they laugh South Africa left and right. Why? Because of a silly decision that South Africa government made. William Ramaphosa, whatever they call him. He put South Africa into a very difficult situation. And I've been saying this, it's not everything that Nigeria does that South Africa can do. There are so many things that Nigeria have been doing for African countries. I was telling myself that if only Africans knew the sacrifice Nigeria has made for different African countries, they will learn how to respect Nigeria. But now South Africa is trying to force its way to show that he himself is a great country, he's helping Africa, he's protecting Africa. But South Africa went and messed up and did a terrible mistake now that is about to create chaos in Africa. As I'm talking to you now, South Africa and Rwanda, they are in serious problem.
So why is Paul Kagame so confident and courageous beating the drums of war? So this guy actually has a military background. Let me give it to you, Araka, fast as I can. So Paul Kagame was born in 1957 in Rwanda, and in 1959, Hutus and Tutsis were fighting, and some Tutsis fled into Uganda, including Paul Kagame's family. So that is how he got himself in Uganda. So he grew up in a refugee camp, and that in the refugee camp he met several people who they formed a group with that came to invade Rwanda in the 90s. So this is the military background that he has. He went for a training in the United States Army Command and General Staff College in Kansas. So he's fought a lot of wars, like I said before. He was fighting alongside Museveni. He was helping Museveni, not him alone. That time he was still very young. So him and other soldiers were fighting and helping Museveni gain presidency in Uganda. And you know, they fought until Museveni, it got to the point that Museveni won. He's been there in the Ugandan, it's called Ugandan Bush War. Yeah, just search it up and you will see. The group that Museveni started with was called Fronasa. You can search that up. So what I was just saying is Paul Kagame, he has a background in wars, he has a background in fighting, and he's not afraid of wars because it's like he's grown up in wars. What to him is like drinking water. What to him is like, come here, let's go. What what doesn't really scare him. So that is why he's actually beating the drums of war.
If you're a freaking African nation and you allow yourself to be used as a puppet by the Western nations to be the gateway for black minerals like Rwanda's doing, we need regime change in that freaking place.
Stop drinking alcohol. Too much alcohol just makes people, to lose their minds. If it is all about being a puppet, then I think we are going to need a regime change in South Africa first. We have a black president in South Africa. Apartheid in South Africa, they took all the lands from the black people almost. How about this? You tell your president that to give the lands back to the black people. I know there is a law right now which he signed, but that law is not genuine law whereby black people are going to get land. There are mines in South Africa, but most of them are not owned by black South Africans. The economy is not controlled by black South Africans. So how about you call for a regime change in there? Because all of the mining companies that South Africans, owns in DRC, those mining companies also are going to the Western countries, which means your president is also involved, by the way.
The Banyamulenge in Eastern Congo have for many decades felt this, that they don't have the protection of the government in Kinshasa. So they need to protect themselves. I'm saying that the first, my view, is the first part in terms of dealing with the crisis in the Eastern Congo is recognizes that the Banyamulenge are Congolese. The Rwandan-speaking section of the population of the Congo is Congolese, and therefore must be protected by the government of the Congo, like all the population of the Congo is entitled to protection by the government.
Now, your former South African president explained this thing to you what the problem is. You see, it started from the second president of Congo, Mobutu, when Mobutu was using the Congolese military to go to the eastern part of DRC, where these Tutsis are, taking their minerals, taking their lands away from them, giving it to the Western corporations. Not only that, the Congolese central government in Kinshasa was accusing them of being refugees. My question is, how long should it take to become a Congolese citizen? People can come from the United States, Europe, go to Congo, go to South Africa, becomes a citizen. But those who were born in this place, they cannot be a citizen. They are still being called refugees. And this is the main problem, because the government in Kinshasa, they are incompetent. They do not want to recognize these people. They just want to keep on taking their lands to enrich themselves. This is the main cause of all of these problems in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Which means that the only problem is Congolese leadership or the president in Kinshasa should just talk with the M23 rebel. Hey, you are Congolese citizens. We are going to protect your rights like anyone else. This problem is going to be finished. Since how many years now, Congolese leadership, they don't want to do that. Whenever they try to mediate or to make a meetings between these people, Congolese leadership said, no, we are not going to do it. Do you know why? Because there are some Western imperial countries who are ruling Congo. We only see the president, but they are not ruling Congo, to be honest to you. And they are telling them that not to negotiate so that more people can die, more people can leave their homes, then the mineral resources will be going. And the reason why Rwanda is supporting these people, or Paul Kagame to say, because he also do not want to see the Rwandan-speaking people from Congo, just being genocided by the Congolese government. Remember, the people of Congo in general are going through genocide, but what I meant is that the central government in Kinshasa was just taking the lands from these areas, which these people do not want. Then they form the M23 rebel groups to defend themselves. This is what the former president of Tanzania also says, Julius Nyerere. These tribes were divided by the Berlin Conference, whereby they divided Africa into pieces. They do not care how they draw their borderlines. They divided tribes, and today we are having those problems.
The troops of Congo surrendered. The troops of Burundi, where they were supposed to cover another flank, they also disappeared. And all of a sudden, these troops of South Africa ended up being attacked by mortars and so on. But I think their reaction, the way they have reacted, they acted with speed, and I also I'm awaiting for the the UN to come up with statistics as to how many rebels have been shot at in that incident, so as to see that our troops were fighting and effective. Around Thursday, Friday morning, they said they are running out of ammunition and they wanted a reinforcement. The ammunition was sent by Saturday evening. It was in in eastern Goma and so on. So in terms of the issues related to us coming back and bringing those troops back now, the situation currently is as follows. Our government is in contact with the United Nations so that they can facilitate the transportation of those people out of Goma and so on.